What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. Back for another episode. I know y'all missed this. But like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need I go by the Boy Vance.
And I'm Ash.
All angles in the building. We are back. Man, we ain't been here in a while. We
took a hiatus.
Little hiatus. a little hiatus. I guess y'all could say that. We ain't seen since the live show. Since the live show. So, you know, First, let's start off. I can thank y'all. It's been like 2 months. It seems like it's been too much. But first, the live show was definitely
a big success.
Definitely was a big success. So if you missed the first live show, just make sure when the second one come around, you know, y'all gotta make sure you there because you missed something special. The first one is always the most special one. And y'all made it easier on us. Everybody was at the live show. That shit was lit.
Very much so.
They was lit. They was drunk as shit, both of them.
Definitely was lit.
She was slurring her speech.
Definitely was lit.
And trying to get everybody canceled.
And was going out there for blood. I don't know what was going on.
Oh man, about to get everybody canceled. It's funny. My co-hosts, my co-workers, they were sitting in the back, so it must have been somebody sitting behind them, and they must have been cursing in and out. They was cursing in and out.
They was on my head.
They was cursing in and out. But it was good back and forth. Like we said, it was a success. We sold a lot of tickets, so now we gotta step it up a notch. As soon as the show was over, we had people asking us, well, when the next show? When the next show? So that's always a good thing. So appreciate y'all for that. Live show. Yeah, that was fun.
It was good. It was good. We had a plan. Didn't we have a plan?
We had a plan, and then the plan kind of went off, but hey, it kind of worked out. It kind of worked out for the better.
It went off the rails?
A little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know, not too much. No, for good though. Like it went off like we had a set thing how it was gonna go, and it went better than we thought it was gonna go. Yeah.
I was about to say I felt like it went amazing.
Yeah, it did. It went better than we thought we were going.
I feel like most of the pictures me and is cracking.
Y'all was fried. Y'all was fried.
Look at the we were cracking the fuck. Especially that one we were. I don't know what the fuck we was laughing at on stage, but me and Ed was dying.
They was fried, and then it helped. Right, as soon as we got the first question out, it was just like people wanted to get right into it. So that helped. The audience made it way easier on us. And it just was simple. It just was like just me and
definitely do another. I mean, I feel like we can do another one there.
For sure.
I feel like we can do another one there.
Oh yeah. And like I say, a lot of people that didn't come, y'all listen, come on, bring your friends, all that.
Yeah.
And to all our new listeners, this is your first time actually hearing a new episode from us since then. Welcome. Welcome along. All right. So we're gonna start off this way. Breaking point. We're gonna do it the breaking point because I feel like this year has been a lot going on, and I feel like not even just this year, just people in like just over life and everything. Everybody has their breaking point. So I think we're gonna do breaking points, and we're gonna start first with relationships. What's a person's breaking point when it comes to a relationship?
There is no answer for that.
You don't think it's a specific? There's no specific thing when it comes to a relationship as far as breaking point.
No, there's not. I mean, take Rashida and Kirk off Love and Hip Hop. He done had an outside baby. He's still trying to fuck his baby mom. He done cheated on her every season. She's still with her husband. So I can't give you a definite answer of what somebody's breaking point in a relationship is because it's always gonna be different. Somebody might stand 10 toes down when they mean I will not be with somebody that cheats on me. And so as soon as there's infidelity on their spouse's part, they leave the relationship. Then you have other people that'll be like, I'm not being with somebody that cheats on me, then their spouse cheats on them, but they find a silver lining in that and they stay. And it may happen again, it may not. But there is no specific answer on somebody's breaking point in a relationship because everybody's breaking point is always going to be different. Even if you sit in a room full of like-minded people, it might be two of them that will deal with no bullshit at all, and the first instance of anything that they don't want to deal with, they leaving. They not talking about it. They exiting stage left. Other people is gonna sit and talk about it. Other people is gonna ignore it and get mad about it and let that shit fester and then bring it up later on down the line. And other people will just let their partner do what the fuck they want to do in peace.
I think everybody gets to a breaking point when it comes to a relationship. It's just a matter of how long you allow it to keep going before you finally hit all right, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like even people that's in like, we're gonna take it to the extreme here, but like that's in like a domestic violence situation. Like even they get to a breaking point where they be like, I gotta fight through. It might be 10, 15 years down the line, but eventually, yeah, it's sad, but eventually everybody reaches a breaking point when it comes to a relationship because you be like, all right, I can't. people say I can't do this anymore before they finally put the action of doing I can't do this anymore. You know how many times people say I can't do this anymore, and then 3 days later they back. You ever had somebody tell you a story? They tell you this, you thinking to yourself like, man, you need to leave that chick or you need to leave that dude, and then they be three days later they right back with them. You be like, you know what?
Some people feel like it's better for me to suffer over here where I already know this person than to go find somebody else and suffer. Like, there's like people that get married and they say like, I will never do this. I will never do marriage again. And it's not to say that their marriage is horrible. It's just that I don't have the patience to put all of this fucking work that I put in with this person into another motherfucker. So a lot of people, you stay for comfort. It's just like, you do what the fuck you want to do in peace. Some people do that shit back. And so it's just like, oh, we cheating buddies. So
sometimes some of God's soldiers are stronger than others.
You know what? Don't bring God into that. Because all of that is sin. All of that is just horrible. It is just, we're not bringing God into none of it. God don't bless mess. So we're not even going to bring him into that.
Sometimes God need to put the mess in front of you.
No, he doesn't give you
gotta
mess.
weather the storm.
He never gives you mess. I don't believe that.
Why do you think some people fight so hard for a relationship when they know it's not going to work? Like, what do you think is about? And don't say love.
Comfort.
Well, I literally just said it on Instagram. I was saying, crashing out about somebody that don't treat you right. That's not crazy.
It is crazy.
I feel like it is crazy.
Who would deny that that's not crazy? It's crazy as hell.
But people still do it. Like people will try to fix it. Like, oh, let's go to therapy. Listen,
everybody in life is delulu about somebody. If you not, kudos to you to that 1 fucking % that you are. But everybody in life has been delulu about somebody or something. Mm-hmm. You done had your imagination done went wild. You creating scenarios and shit like that, and that motherfucker ain't even looking your way. They ain't even giving you the time of day. You got a crush, and every now and then you talk to this person. The conversation be platonic as hell, and you thinking it's more. Maybe they touched your knee during the conversation. Now it's like, they want me, and it's just like, no, it was just.
It's like, giving Nikki. Good? It's giving Nikki Parker.
It's
you gotta say, I feel like men.
That was like major delulu because he wasn't even doing any of that.
You want to know what's delulu? And I feel like men do not realize this early on. Men need to stay away from women who are experiencing something for the first time.
So you be like a virgin?
No, not sex.
She went right there with that one.
That's a definite. Like
that's actually a great point right there.
If you are, I feel like virgins should be virgins because if a woman is a virgin and she meets a man that is like well experienced, it's just like
that's a little extreme.
She gonna kill that nigga if he do. Like, what?
The delulu I'm talking about is a woman that experienced certain things for the first time, such as trips, being courted in a certain way, or like a man actually pursuing her. She never had that before. It's, oh my God, I never had this before. And to the guy, like, this some regular shit.
You be surprised it's probably a lot of women out here that the smallest things they never had that a dude would come along and do, and he'd be like, oh, that was it? Like, I didn't even, like, just something small. Like, you pay for some nails, she rated everything. Guys too. I'm sure I'm about to say, I'm sure it's guys too. Like, oh, she can cook.
They were like, oh, she can cook. Oh, you actually asked me like what I think. You actually asked me about my opinion. Or you actually want to hear about my day. Or you actually give a fuck about my trauma. Like, bitch, who the fuck you been with?
And some men don't know how to take that. Some men don't know how to understand, like, oh, she care about me. Some people not used to being cared about. They just used to being used. Some men is just used to being used, just like some women are used to being used. And nobody even know, like, you don't even realize somebody come along and actually care about you. I don't need you for your money. I don't need you for anything, but just, you know.
And either men or women, you fuck yourself up when you over compliment them for doing like regular shit. Mm-hmm. Like if you're a female and you've never and a guy's never taken you on a trip or whatever, or you're so used to paying for the trip or planning the trip, and then this guy plans it for you, pays for everything, I ain't about to get on my knees and start thanking the Heavenly Father that you took me on a trip. I'm gonna be appreciative of it, but you give a nigga an inch, sometimes they'll take 2 fucking miles and have your back and have your ass going around a couple corners. So I'm just saying, like, it's just be appreciative of anything that you receive from somebody, especially if you've never experienced it, but don't overdo it.
appreciate a genuine person in your life because there's not many genuine people out here.
Yeah.
So when you get one, you gotta realize like, yo, I gotta appreciate this person. Like they really look out for me. They don't expect anything else back from me. They just looking out for me just because of who I am. Some people, like I said, people are just used to being used so much that they can't even spot a genuine person if it hit them in the face.
Stay away from women like that. Stay away. It's going to cause way more headache in the long run than like, oh, I can stick it out. Nope, they're crazy.
Yeah, just go ahead when you when you see that light red. We didn't call it red flag anymore. It's a red light. When you see that light red, go ahead and
they gonna ignore that too. They're gonna be like, oh well, no, the pussy is good. It's gonna be like, oh, well, now you got additional crazy.
Don't jaywalk.
Now you got additional crazy.
Don't jaywalk. Breaking point I'm just gonna go right to life because everything else when it comes to friendship and everything, people there's no breaking point with that. I've seen people that have been friends.
Yeah, friendship breaking points is different. It is because it takes way long. Like sometimes it'll be longer than a relationship.
Yeah. Especially if y'all go back like since y'all was kids to now. You know how long it gotta be, and it still it don't even.
You know what? Sometimes the friendships it be quicker than a relationship. Like it'll be easier for you to cut that friend off for doing some shit that you ain't like, but you kind of making excuses for your spouse.
I think people make more excuses for their friends than they do for their relationship. I think they do. People,
I think a girlfriend or a spouse would criticize how somebody handles their friends versus like, oh well, you don't. When it come to me, you be doing this, and this, or it's the end of the world when you have an issue with me. But when it come to your friends, you letting stuff slide.
Yeah, because what the fuck? That's the same shit.
Friends get away with a lot more than
it's like I don't know. One thing I will point out is if I'm with you and like you can tell me like you've been friends with these motherfuckers for forever, and if I see some shit, I'd be like, I wouldn't even tolerate that. Like, and you tell me you've been tolerating that for years, it's like, wow. I'm gonna let you deal with that though. They're not my friends.
Do girls tell their girlfriends that they look stupid?
Like.
All the time.
Yeah.
Do they? And
I
then
feel like women tell their business too much. I feel like I had that issue before in a relationship. Like, why are you telling your friends everything?
Yeah. Like some things in your relationship you're supposed to keep to yourself. But then sometimes you can be going through something with your significant other and it's just like, I need somebody else's opinion because either I'm tripping or this motherfucker got me fucked up. then it's like I need an outside source. I ain't gotta give you every detail, but I can give you a broad enough story that you get both sides of the point and let me know if I'm the one that's wrong.
Right. Y'all don't do that.
But you gotta have a friend.
Y'all be
you
around.
Gotta have to come. You gotta have that best friend. Got to be able to tell you about yourself.
It depends on it depends on how many friends you got. Because everybody be like, oh, they got these big ass groups of friends. Everybody ain't got that. Some motherfuckers only walk around with one motherfucker that they can hang out with outside of their spouse or a family member. And it's just like other people you got a good group. If you can't hold your friends accountable, I'm not going to blatantly just come out and be like, oh, you stupid. Because some people are more sensitive than others, whatever. I will come out and say that doesn't make sense. I just want you to step outside yourself for a second and tell me if that would make sense coming from somebody else.
So they sensitive to you telling them they stupid, but they being stupid?
Using the word stupid.
I'm not literally telling them to say it. I'm not literally saying stupid,
but some people be out there and be like, use a dumbass bitch. And it's just like, you can't say that to every fucking friend. You can't be like, oh, use a dumbass bitch to every one of them. They don't all have the same emotions. You got to be like, you a dumbass bitch to this one. I think you need to think that through to this one. And I just don't understand why the fuck you can't understand that one. I'm just saying.
I feel like at some point, sometimes you might just have to be raw with them. You can't always give everybody the easy love. You gotta be raw. You gotta get some tough. You gotta get some tough love sometimes.
Extra. You can be. This is where the disconnect comes in with a lot of motherfuckers. They be like, oh, I just tell it like it is. Like, bitch, you ain't gotta be rude to tell it like it is. I could be blatantly honest with you without saying a curse word. It doesn't match.
I think my way of doing it would be. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Keep it a bean from looking at it from an adult side of things. I think you should probably go about it this way.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna keep it a bean. You want some nut of that shit?
It's a lot. I think it's a lot easier for men to tell men about each other than it is
bullshit.
For
bullshit.
You just said you had to sugar. She just said she had to sugarcoat it to her girlfriend.
Shit, no. I'm not even saying sugarcoat. I'm saying there are a lot of niggas right now, probably outside on Chestnut Street, right fucking there with a group of their friends, and one of them has done some foul shit, and they friend ain't say a damn thing. That shit be like, oh, that's crazy. They done seen Shorty cry. They done seen her get on social media and rant about this shit, all that. Knowing that they mans is wrong. Knowing that you seen your mans do what he was doing and you don't say anything. Or knowing that your man's got fucking issues and you don't tell him you might want to go talk to somebody about this.
No. That's different. I feel like it's different.
How is it different?
Because niggas don't be knowing.
Well, why is that different?
When it comes to shit like that, because I feel like when it comes to men, I feel like women are more open about being a certain way. When it comes to men, they hide everything. Like I was cool with somebody for like 3 to 4 years, didn't know that he was beating his girlfriend up.
Oh shit!
Until it went public, and then everybody like, yo, ain't that your man? You feel me? And now I'm getting looked at crazy, like, oh, I can't associate myself with somebody that's cool with somebody that's a woman beater, whatever the case may be. You feel me? Far as whatever he got going on, like he's trying to build his social status. So me just being tied to that just made me look bad. So
yeah. So now you got to start asking your friends, like, you be beating bitches up?
But
what?
If I know that,
like you do shit like that.
But if I know that's going on, of course, like somebody's going to step in. Men who are friends with friends, like you've been friends with for a long time, you're going to step in at some point. But most of the time, when that stuff happens, it's private. Don't nobody know.
A man that check his homie. Yeah, a man will check his homie.
Okay,
y'all talk around it. Y'all talk around checking y'all females.
What the fuck? What am I gonna say to her? What is she doing? Specifically, what's she doing?
Check the issue.
If I'm checking the issue, if I feel like she being delulu, like you're being delulu.
No, because
if I feel like you're doing something, if I feel like you're not listening to what he's saying and you taking it as something else and running with it, let's go.
Y'all don't listen as good as men do sometimes.
All right, so men. I'm gonna give an example. All right, the gentleman way of trying to check your friend. Hey, bro, don't do that around me no more, bro. Because we don't respect that, and respect go a long way. Women, y'all have a way of. Like Vance was saying, y'all have a way of going around it. Because a gentleman check is like, it's going to be a problem next time I come across that. And you my man, bro. So just know where I'm coming from. With women, y'all don't do that.
And it's not all. I'm not going to say it's not.
Just be like, I don't hang out with me no more.
That's your way around it.
That's a way around it?
That's not checking it.
What the fuck else?
You
literally just said the same thing with more words.
No.
You said to him, don't do that shit around me respectfully.
Yeah, he's telling them.
Because, okay, and I'm telling you.
You just telling her don't get around no more. You just say don't come around no more.
And he's telling him the same exact thing. Don't do that.
He's telling him not to do it. You telling him not to come around. It's different. You cutting him off. You cutting her off.
So he's going to keep hanging out with this motherfucker?
No, he checked them. And if he keeps doing it, then he's...
Listen.
That's only in front of
So how is it skirting? Listen, how is it skirting? So he gave him another opportunity to fix his behavior and come around.
Right. You just cut the one. Go ahead.
And I said, bitch, get away from me. So
I
skirted around
That's
it.
women answer for everything.
I cut her fucking roots, bitch. Go ahead.
You didn't check her. You didn't hold her accountable.
He gave him an opportunity to either fix his behavior or find another way to fucking hide it. I said, bitch, move around. Go away. Go about your business. So if she still...
You didn't hold her accountable. You just got rid of her.
What am I supposed to do?
Tell her about herself, and
so
then
all right. So if I add more words, and I be like, "You a foul ass bitch," or "You a foul ass human being." I don't like how you moving. You can't come around me anymore. That makes it better because I held her accountable and move around.
How long has she been doing this to the point that you have to cut her off?
How long has his friend been doing it to the point that he gave him another opportunity to fix it?
Well, clearly he checked it the first time because it didn't happen before.
He didn't check him the first time. He did.
We didn't talk about that.
He didn't check him the first time because he literally said, "Don't do that respectfully." Basically, seemed like it's gonna be a problem if he tries it again. But he gave him a chance. I'm not giving her chances.
Women don't give females chances. I'm sorry, not females. Women do not give other women chances. Y'all cut them right off from the rip. Everybody need it.
Because if I'm an adult, I'm thinking in my head, there's no reason. You don't have the common sense to know that this shit is weird.
Let me get this straight. Women don't give their girlfriends a chance to cut them right off, but then they be with a nigga that ain't shit for 20 years. I don't understand.
A nigga will not stay with a female that cheated on him.
All right. Maybe a very few.
A nigga will cut a female off very quickly if he found out she was sucking another man's dick.
Oh, yeah, we out.
If he didn't cheat, that's different.
Very quickly. But if your man's did some nutty shit, like it said, respectfully, don't come around me.
Why do women get mad when men leave? Like y'all just can't leave. Y'all stay. We don't stay.
hey, it just
y'all say after all we done did y'all for it. That's cool. That's y'all. We not.
Yeah, I mean for that I would just say like I don't understand that because it's just like y'all both have the same opportunity to leave and one did one. Like if he cheated on you, you could have took that opportunity.
You know what it be though? Men take that shit more personal. Like damn, you.
Yeah, because he's sitting there, he's fantasizing about because if a man find out that his woman cheated on him and he didn't like he was being faithful or whatever the case may be. He's fantasizing about what she was doing with that other man sexually. Now, if a man cheats on a female, if he cheats on his girlfriend, wife, whatever the case may be, I'm not specifically automatically thinking about what you did with her sexually.
Right.
I'm thinking about, damn, how long was y'all talking? Did you take her on dates? What was the text message like? Was you telling this bitch you love her? Was you pillow talking with her? Like, I'm thinking about the emotional aspect you might have had with this female. And then I'm thinking about, well, how was you fucking her?
I think men would think the same way.
No.
Most men ain't gonna stay. I don't think most men gonna stay though. His first thought is gonna be how the action of it, like the actual sexual act. The next thought is, damn, okay, you might be emotionally connected to somebody else. Yeah. Breaking point. How do you know somebody's at their breaking point in life? Like, what are the signs that somebody might be close to their breaking point in life?
They stop caring about their appearance.
They cut their hair. I don't know why women women go on this.
That's not a breaking point.
Women go on this spiritual journey and think when they cut their hair.
That's a renewal. That's not a breaking point.
There's a different word.
First of all, that is
y'all be cooking me with these different.
I've never heard that be. It was my breaking point, so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to get a new haircut." No, it's a renewal.
Your hair is damaged. Oh, let me just chop it off.
Women like three. Women like 3 instances and cut their hair off and change the color, and now all of a sudden they rejuvenated. Fuck me going on? What? Y'all always got some crazy shit.
It just makes you feel better. You rejuvenated. Me new in life. I'm a new person. Your breaking point. I feel like people stop caring about their appearance. I feel like at that moment, at their breaking point in life, they stop caring about their appearance. They stop like reaching out to anybody. They kind of like curl up into themselves, and like they don't socialize anymore. They don't go out. It's basically working home. If they have a family, it's work, home, and a family. It's not too many things they're doing outside the family or whatever. And shit, they might just like decide to not go to work. I don't know. If it's one thing after another, if it's like, say if you was like, you had a good job, then all of a sudden you lost your house. All right, I still got a job. Okay. Then all of a sudden you got somewhere to stay. You don't like staying there, but it's like, all right, somewhere comfortable for me to stay at while I get my shit together. Then all of a sudden your hours get cut at your job. Now you went from full time to part time. You ain't got no overtime. Your benefits got cut. Now you ain't got no insurance. Then it's like, oh shit, the nigga you was fucking with, all of a sudden he stopped texting you. Or he ghosted you, or he now his text messages is not like fast like they used to be. They one word and shit like that.
She down bad.
Like it's like a fucking snowball effect. And then that breaking point comes where it's just like then all of a sudden, and then it could be the smallest thing when it gets to the breaking point. The breaking point could be now your phone got turned off, and where you staying at they ain't got no Wi-Fi.
Damn.
Breaking point.
That's crazy.
Breaking point.
It'd be the small things in life.
It'd be the small. It's very much everything piles up. It's like a whole pile of leaves, and all of a sudden they one quick wind and they blows all that shit away.
Yeah. I guess you got a point there. Like when you could tell somebody gets close to, first of all, people kind of fake get to a breaking point. Like they get to a breaking point for social media. Like I'm at this breaking point. Like when people announce that they leaving off social media, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like,
I'm getting off this
if you got my number, if they was hitting you up before, what the difference now? Like,
child,
you're not that important.
You wouldn't even notice if half the people is on social media.
Right,
like,
that's a cry for help.
Yeah, that is a cry for help.
That is, if you need you need somebody to talk to. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have outlets. You know, they don't have people they can talk to or people that they trust with like their most inner thoughts. And you know, I'm hoping that these people find somebody professionally, or if they wind up meeting a friend that they, But
cry for there's a lot of people that got to cry for help, and sometimes I think people put themselves. It be I don't know like how they live in their life. That old statement, the way you live your life is the way it come back to you. Like if you live one of those lives where
heard that.
No, I just made it up. But that's what I think I live by. Like if you're just a shitty person and you live in a reckless life, and then trouble always finds you, I feel like that's something that's just in you. Like because trouble just don't find people that got. I'm talking about like trouble, like some shit going on, trouble. Not like you can't pay your bill trouble. Like that's a different type of trouble. But like,
child, that's life.
Yeah, like if every friend you come across, you got to cut them off. It's a good chance you might be a shitty person yourself. Like it might be the people you attract because
just negative out here attracting negatives.
Why, why is the relationship only at risk when the woman is unhappy?
I feel like we answered this question.
Yeah, we going back to our very first episode. This is a question from our very first episode. I feel like I had to bring this question back up. So why is the relationship only at risk when the woman is unhappy?
Because like Aunt said, niggas hide shit.
That's crazy. See how she just trying to spin it on us? She just trying to spin it.
Listen, if I'm unhappy, I'm going to express it to you. If you're unhappy and you don't say anything, I'm trying to pry it out of you and you still not saying anything. What the fuck you want me to do?
Every woman don't express it to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. For the women that don't express
Every
it.
woman will get an attitude and they expect you to figure it out. Yes.
All right, and now, is it something, now I would say this, there's two sides to that. Now, is it something, okay, she might be delulu and she don't know how to communicate properly, and then she like, I want him to figure out why the fuck I'm mad, why I'm slamming doors and shit, and why I'm cleaning and like, why I'm sweeping so aggressively and yelling at the kids. And then there's the other side to it, like I done told this nigga countless times that I don't like when he do this and he keep fucking doing it and he think that shit is okay. Oh, babe, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, babe, I forgot. I'm sorry. I fix it.
Right,
now I have an attitude and you definitely gonna figure it the fuck out because I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Right. I'm over it and I'm tired of over explaining myself that I need you to stop leaving your hair in the fucking sink or I need you to stop dirtying dishes and then not cleaning them, or I need you to stop thinking that it's okay for you just to randomly go out on a Tuesday and not text me until you already at the location. Like, bitch, it's not a thing. So now you have to figure out why.
Now something like that, because I know it's people that. All right, so how would I explain this? It's people that get in relationships and they forget they haven't been in a relationship so long that there's rules to a kind of relationship, and I don't think people like to follow rules. Like I think that's part of the problem when it comes to the dating pool. Like people don't understand that when you become in a relationship, you just can't do you all the time. Like it's somebody else there caring about you, especially if you male or woman. It don't really matter because shit be crazy out here. So you didn't tell her when you got to this place, or she didn't tell you when she got to this place. Neither one of y'all answering the phone. So now y'all worried and trying to figure out, or somebody get an attitude. Oh, they answer the phone the whole time, something really wrong. Like
it's equivalent to like just being in a household. Like anybody that lives under my household, if you leave in the house, let me know where you're going to, or vice versa, because at that point I am your emergency contact.
Yeah, something
happens to you, I had to be notified. I need to know where you're at, what time, and whatever the case may be, so I know what's going on. So if something is off, I know where to start at and where to kind of make my roundabouts to finish. I feel like people think the concept of like, oh, I'm grown, you don't need to be checking on me, or I just move around.
You can be grown and single.
When you in this household, all that grown shit is out the door.
Like you can be grown. All right, you grown, bitch. When I cook me food, don't look over here. When I order my food, don't look over here. When I wash my clothes, don't look over here. When the bathroom dirty, bitch, I don't know what to tell you. Don't look over here.
You know what's crazy? They be the ones that. Men or women, they go online and like, I don't need this person this is why I'm single. I don't need nobody for something that small because somebody said that I needed to check on you. That became an issue. So now you telling social media that you don't need nobody checking on you with all of this or blah blah blah.
Those are like normal relationship things. It's just like, all right, when you were single, it was okay when you was chasing the sun home and shit. But when you were in a relationship. No, that's not. We chasing the sun home. Oh, you think? Oh no, that's not a thing. You won't be able to get in.
You know what I realized? I think I just realized a lot of people don't know how to be in a relationship.
Duh.
A lot of people want a relationship but don't know how to be in a relationship.
Duh.
But people don't see it that way, and they be waiting for their person. But when they get their person, they don't even know what to do with their person.
People just think they're nice. I'm a nice person.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
They think highly of themselves and equate that to how they think people perceive them, and then use that to be like, oh, I didn't do nothing wrong when something is wrong.
Yeah, knowing you did something wrong, like knowing.
I've come to the realization that I don't. even though we'll say like, oh, there's someone out there for everybody, sometimes I just don't believe everybody should be in a relationship.
Nope.
Some people are meant to just either be single or just constantly date or just be a friend. And, you know, all them other things that tie to a relationship, that you just figure that out. But a lot of people aren't meant to do it because it takes too much. Like, you shouldn't be 35 and somebody is teaching you how to be in a relationship and effectively communicate. What the fuck were you doing for the other 20-something years?
A lot of people was running wild in their 20s.
That's perfectly fine, but you had some trial and error that you did not learn shit from. That means you just took that shit as it was and called it a day.
Yeah, I don't know why people get mad when somebody say they don't want to. So, what's his name? Chico Bean. He always says, he cracking up. I always hear Chico Bean say, he said he's never going to be in a relationship. He said, I keep it honest with all my women. He's like, I don't want to be in a relationship. See? I want to date multiple women, and then that's just going to be what he says. It's always women that want to come along and try to make him fall in love. And he say, listen, it's not going. And they get mad when he say he don't want to be in a relationship. He said, I told you, I don't want to be in a relationship.
See, and he's expressing that, and that's some people are meant for that, but they don't think that they are. They just like, no, I need to be in a relationship. No, now you about to ruin this fucking person's life because they know how to be in a relationship, but you don't know how to do that shit. Some
people don't like hearing that. They think they could be the one to change your mind, and they get mad when you can't. Actually, I get that. Makes sense of these scenarios, right? I got one here, but I want to do the one first that I thought was funny. So if you was in a situation, say I seen it. So for those who didn't see it, it was a couple. They was down Kelly Drive, 4:00 in the whatever time in the morning, and the car rolled into the water. Right, the car rolled into the river. Right. Mm-hmm. So if you was in that situation, what would your reaction be? First of all, like how would you react to that situation? Then I'm asking you something off of that. So,
bitch, we're rolling. We're moving. Like we were literally sitting here still rocking, I guess, and now we're like rolling.
How close was they to that water that they rolled? They must have. Your car can go in the. So many questions. It's so many questions. Like, did it go to neutral?
That shit made the national news.
That shit made everywhere.
I was like, wait, don't they? I don't know. I had questions. I was like, all right, they kicked the gear shift into whatever.
Nobody felt the curve jumping?
Nope.
Ain't it a curve there?
It must have been in neutral. The car must have been on.
Or they must have been in the grass. Like they must have been like,
because you know where that parking lot. You know they was in that parking lot that's further up on Kelly Drive.
So they had to roll a little bit before they got to the water.
But so at that moment you can't stop it.
You could.
You could have.
It's just all about how fast you move.
Yeah, how fast you can.
And what position they was in.
Nah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Nah. I'm trying to figure out how they hit if they was in the back seat, how did they hit it's so many questions here. Like how did y'all
She had to be using them. They had to been like in the back seat but using like the middle console in the front some type of way, or they was in the front seat.
Or
some cars you gotta hit
all the way back.
Push all the way up.
Yeah.
And he couldn't put it back.
I'm crying.
Yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe it could have been that.
But for all that, bro, you should have jumped out the car.
But I think they did jump.
They jumped out before. I feel like
they jumped out before the car went in the water.
I feel like they panicked. And they
I
was like,
panicked too.
No, they probably panicked before they could. I guess it was so far up. Niggas just start putting e-brakes on it, so they shit won't roll.
Your car shouldn't be on. It's in the middle of the fucking summer. If y'all fucking at Kelly Drive, you're fucking at Kelly Drive. So take that heat stroke, whatever you fucking gonna get.
So the second part to that is, so that happened, right? So say they were supposed to be together. Like, what's the next reaction after that? Like, you see that car getting put out the water on the news, and that's your spouse.
I'll be mad if like. If that was like my man and some joint, and that's like our car, like bitch, because now what the fuck I'm gonna drive?
You worried about the car? You don't give a fuck about what they.
Because bitch, you shouldn't have been down there. I literally don't give a fuck about your safety. Once you done did that, now my car is getting pulled out of fucking.
It's so many
fucking river.
It's so many questions of that because like, did they jump out the car naked? Like what? Like it's so many questions.
I don't know.
If you the cop, that pulled up on that scene, like you just probably gotta get
really something. If you like butterball ass nigga in a car, fucking
like that's crazy.
Like I feel like if you in a car, I feel like because it's like technically a quickie joint, even if y'all in there for a minute, I don't feel like all your clothes should be off. Like
it was early in the morning, wasn't
your shirt. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't know what time the fuck it was.
I think it was early morning. Whatever.
It's just the simple fact that y'all was down there doing what y'all was doing, and somebody kicked the gear shift, and now the car is getting pulled out the fucking water. It's weird.
It's just like
damn.
I'm still trying to figure out the gear shift. Like how the fuck? Some joints you gotta hit it. You gotta press it before you can even move it into whatever. That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, you should have just like fucked her with the door open or something. I don't know.
Let me
on the side.
Right, let me give you this one. It said this chick said her baby dad has kids from another relationship. It says the chick is getting evicted and he wants her and the child to come live with us temporarily. What should I do at this point? So basically, the baby mom is getting evicted with the kids that he got from the previous relationship. He wants them to come live with his current situation. What should she do?
Your child can come here.
I thought it was logical personally that the child could just come through, but some people don't think logical. So I was trying to figure out if it was another answer for this, but I don't think so. But he wants them to come there. She says no. So is
this your shit? Like, did I move into your house or is this our house?
Their house together. That's the question. I mean, I don't know if it's their house together, but
she can't come here.
If he was adamant on her coming there, would you break up with him?
Get the fuck out. Now nobody.
You kick it.
See, that's why. If it's my shit, if it's my house, my apartment, whatever the case may be, and my baby mom just needs somewhere to stay the night, whatever the case may be, cool.
That's not staying the night.
Come.
She getting evicted.
Come live.
She getting evicted. All her shit is about to get thrown out on the fucking street.
Oh no, you can come stay for a couple of days, but after that, like you got that. She got 2 weeks.
I feel like this is how I'm gonna put it.
She got 2 weeks.
With an eviction, right? This is what I'm saying. Because logically, with an eviction, there was a build up to this point. So either you wasn't paying rent. So why weren't you telling me that you was behind on your rent?
Yeah, because you get evicted, you got about
because these are the questions I'm gonna ask my nigga when he approaches me with this situation. Be like, oh, my baby mom, my kids is getting put out. They need somewhere to stay. They can come stay here. And when you say they, you mean all of them. I'm gonna ask you questions. All right, she got evicted. Okay, so that means that she was behind on rent for at least 2 months, maybe 3 at the fucking most. That means that she got an eviction notice and she didn't do anything to mediate that, and she didn't tell you that she was behind on her rent either. Okay, so your kids, so she's knowingly knowing that your kids are about to get put out on the street because she's about to get put out on the street.
Yeah, but she never.
So then, after I ask them fucking questions, it's going to be like, oh no, she ain't telling me that. Okay, that's fine. All right, she didn't tell you. It's not fine, but whatever. So then she gets a 30-day eviction notice, maybe a 10-day. But a 10-day is extreme because they'll try to do the whole eviction mediation thing before they get to that point.
Right.
So then you get that eviction notice. So it's like, all right, you got 30 days. In that 30 days that she knew she had to be out of that fucking house by the end of the month, what did she do in that time?
Yeah. So clearly she wasn't.
Clearly she didn't give a fuck.
No.
Because she thought that somebody was going to come save her ass. So no, she cannot stay here.
Yeah, so
your kids stay here.
What was she doing? Like clearly she wasn't working or something because like you just didn't have no money. Like you wasn't paying shit, huh? You just said fuck it.
That makes sense. I would just let the kids stay there.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah,
it makes no sense. If she was trying in that 30 days to try to find somewhere to stay or whatever, and nobody was able to take her and the kids, or they will only take her without the kids, it's just like, all right, well, my kids can go stay at their dad house, and I can stay here. It'll be easier. That way, I can get my money together. The kids will be taken care of, and then I can find another place. Yeah. But if my baby father is, if my boyfriend is that cool with his baby mom that he's offering for her to stay there, that means y'all have a good enough communications because where she could have told you something was wrong.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, that mean they would have. Yeah, they would have talked about it way before you even got to this point.
And if I find out that you was talking to this bitch about it before we got to this point, and you bring it on me now, oh no, nobody's staying here.
All
the
house
is empty.
You're gonna be staying there like, well, when they got
house is empty
with all the furniture there.
House is fucking empty.
All
like
right.
No,
we got a new segment here. You got a new segment here.
Not a new segment.
Yeah,
came up with this later today.
Yeah. It's called Ant's Tweets. Right? It's called Ant's Tweets. So we're just gonna read some of these tweets and we're gonna get Ant where his thinking was at the time when he wrote this. So, all right, first one. Ever made somebody perfect for someone else? What were you thinking at that time?
Most of the time, I think when I tweet things like this, I'm thinking about a past relationship. I think I made my past partners perfect for somebody else. I feel like I showed them what not to do and gave them their trial and error of like what is like having a real boyfriend and what is like to go through life in certain situations. Like, remember what I said, you would hate to be somebody's first for everything.
Yeah, got a point. basically gave them the game plan of how they need to be treated, pretty much, or how they should be treated, I should say. All right, number 2.
Not number 2.
I'm gonna do the good ones first, and I'm gonna say the last one. Set standards and don't settle. People settle because they don't want more in life. Just okay with getting by.
I said that?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Look, he just be tweeting shit. This is exactly why I would do Ant's tweets, because he be tweeting shit. Don't even realize he's.
I was about to say, get ready for this fucking segment. He gonna start
He
watching.
like,
His tweets.
He could go back like, damn, I wrote that. Basically, set standards.
Can you repeat it again?
Set standards and don't settle. People settle because they don't want more in life. Just okay with getting by.
Oh yeah. I feel like I came across a lot of people, especially exes, where there's no motivation, there's no consistency, and they're okay with being mediocre. So they come across somebody like me, and I don't settle. And me, I'm not that I want to leave somebody in a heartbeat, but I know when it's my time to exit. I'm not settling for nothing less. I want more. I want more out of life. I want to travel. You got some people who don't want that for themselves and expect you to carry the load. Nope, I'm good, baby. I would want more for myself than to want more for somebody else.
Last one.
Why he get one?
Stop trying to shit on me to make yourself feel better. You bitches were always corny and forever was played with. Be for real. Hoes still talking and still ain't make shit back. Shit shack.
Hey,
with the snapping fingers and a laughing face.
Who is this about? This sound like this is pinpointed at one person.
Somebody was pissed. He pissed somebody off. I'm gonna like this segment.
Silly make shit shake. Wow, that was
he was angry that day.
That was a lot. Damn, who was I talking to? The same bitch that fucked my best friend.
Oh shit. The irony.
Child, the story to be written.
Cause I just, out of all things you can do to just do in life, and it's not in betterment of yourself, you not doing shit. And it's not even trying to like talk shit on a girl. It's just, I feel like when you go through similar experiences, like
you say what?
What?
I wondered if she watch our show.
She probably do.
They watch everything I do, man. Keep popping it. I feel like when you come from similar backgrounds or like similar experiences, stuff like that, to me, I feel like I did hold those certain people, like the girl, like closer, just like having a mutual like respect for each other for just certain things. I just think that you should just know better. To me, I'm waking up for something. I'm fighting for something. Like it's people I feel like that's counting on me to make it out of whatever situations I'm going through, to exceed expectations and stuff like that. Like I feel like I carry that on my back, and I feel like if you come from a similar experience, you should be feeling the same way. Not making bad decisions. You can't keep making bad decisions after bad decision after bad decision, and then think like something is just going to just randomly just change. No, you got to put the work in to get to you want to be at. So for me, you try to make me feel like I'm the bad guy. I'm going to shit on you every time. You still not making shit shake. You still a whore. You still not getting no money. To me, I just feel like you not doing shit to progress. If you still doing the same tendencies, bro, you not on shit.
I'm gonna have to add that to the soundboard. You're still a whore.
You still a whore.
You're still a whore.
Right,
you got definitely.
I'm gonna tell you, you're still a whore. I'm gonna take a little black youngster John, a little whore. That's our new segment, Ant's tweets. We gonna do that. We gonna do that every week. You say because you just never know what Ant's gonna say. You just never know what he's gonna say. All right, let me give you this one. Is love good enough to stay in a relationship?
No.
And if not, why not?
Love ain't good enough to stay and do anything. Love don't do nothing for you, but in that moment.
You ate with that one.
It
Love
really
don't do nothing for you, but just for whatever it is in that moment. Because
really
love
doesn't.
don't pay no bills.
Child, it don't
Love
keep you
don't put
warm
you
at
through
night.
school.
It don't do it. Like love is such a good feeling when it's like, genuine, when it's real, when it's in that moment, and but looking back on it, if you got into an argument with your spouse, you're not gonna be like, damn, I really love that motherfucker, but da-da-da. It's gonna be like, no, you pissed me the fuck off.
No. All right.
If you got into an argument.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate here because some people will say, no matter what that person might have did to piss me off, I still love them.
I feel like we have to X that. I feel like we need to X that line because some people forget that when you're in a relationship with somebody or whatever the case may be, like, you got to realize that person evolves and changes. And then some people, you know, hide their true intentions and they are like master manipulators and shit like that. So you'll say, no matter what that person does to piss me off, I still love them. And it's just like that love is controlling your emotion and your actions and what you do and the consequences that come with their actions. So if I say, I'd be like, damn, you pissed me the fuck off, but I love you though. And it's be like, you really pissed me off or you really hurt my feelings, but I'm letting that love that I have for you overshadow exactly what my feelings is in that moment. When no, I need to be in this moment feeling this because your behavior is fucked up right now.
All right.
Or it's been fucked up and you're not changing it. And you're thinking because I love you, you can continue to do that. So no, I feel like that line, you know, whatever the case may be, but I love you. I feel like that should be etched because people will take that to an extreme and push your buttons. That's why a lot of people will be like, nobody pisses you off more than the person you're in love with or your mom.
Yeah.
Or your kids.
Yeah.
And those people, like you, those are the people that you love, like unconditionally. Like you love them through everything. But it's just like, y'all shouldn't be pushing my fucking buttons and knowing that it's going to give me a reaction. Because you know exactly what's going to give me that reaction. And then you hide your hands like ain't shit happen. No, we're not going to do that. I mean, your kids, as far as like your babies. Yeah. But when your kids get older, they fucking know. And it's just like, you trying me like, I won't beat you down like somebody on the street. Stop doing that.
So that's a big toxic. I feel like I've been in an argument, but then I gifted somebody shoes that I bought, and it was just like,
you petty. I need them back.
You lucky I don't want to take them joints back, but you know that's my gift to you. But we not friends right now.
Some people disguise them loving somebody with caring / stupidity because they feel like, or they know they love the person and they feel like they want to use that as a reason when they realize that there's really no reason for them to be with them. Like they want to use sometimes people use love as a reason. There's not even a feeling of love there anymore. It's just a reason for them to say they love the person because that's the only reason that's really keeping them around. Not the feeling of love, but them just saying that they love the person. Right. Because you could be, I don't give a fuck how much you love a person. If there comes to a point like we talked about earlier where you just gotta cut ties. Like you gotta cut ties. Like I know you want this relationship to work. We know you want it to work. It's not going to work. You see that they didn't change a year ago. You see they didn't change 2 years ago when you told them, and they ain't changed in the past couple months. It's not going to happen. You keep trying and trying to get them there, and they're not getting there. So stop. People spend more time putting energy into somebody to fix somebody else than they do put into themselves. You more worried about trying to fix this person while they don't give a damn about you. People show you who they are all the time. They show you they don't care about you, but you want to keep showing them that you care because, I don't know, maybe something in their past, they didn't have the love and you want to forget all that. Once you get a certain age, you're not kids anymore. You're not teenagers. You're not early 20s. Though, you got to get past that. People got to grow up. We understand everybody has a past. We all got past, but we can't let our past dictate our futures. Like, if you keep worried about what's going on in the past and you keep using that as an excuse, people will use their past as an excuse because they don't have to further, have to get better or further themselves because, all right, if I just keep bringing this up, I know that's going to make them feel bad or something like that. Like, no, you got to get yourself together. You got to get together.
You ain't going to keep making me feel bad. Yeah. If you got trauma, you be like, every time we get into an argument, you be like, well, damn, my mom wasn't here and like, all right, what the fuck you want me to do? Yeah. I can't replace your mother. But we've been at this shit for 2 years now. You need to get over it. Yeah. You need to get over it, get through it, talk to somebody else because this isn't working. You're not going to excuse your past trauma for your bad behavior. You can't excuse your past trauma because you want to be a shitty person in your present and in your future. That makes zero sense. And you can't excuse your shitty behavior because of the shit you've been through. That makes zero sense to me. Like you didn't grow up, you didn't evolve as a person. Like you just stayed stagnant and that your body grew. But your mind didn't go no fucking where.
You got it. That got to be unlocked. People who are in those positions or going through those experiences, that's something that got to be unlocked by, I feel like, somebody else in a conversation because I feel like it happened to me when I was talking to somebody and it was somebody way older than me and giving me the game on past trauma and certain aspects of my life reflecting how I went through something specific, and it just started opening up doors for just every metric of like my emotions.
You wanted to. People, one thing you can teach is communication. People that have terrible communication skills and they don't get better year after year after year, at some point you gotta just say, fuck it. All right, you go be with somebody that don't want to talk to you. Seriously, because I'm trying to communicate with you, and I'm trying to
talk to you. You don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, you want to get all disrespectful and all of that. That's when you just gotta rule out. All right, I tried. No. I love you. Maybe not. I'm out.
Yeah, you gotta watch some people that you can have a simple conversation with, and they always they either want to raise their voice or they want to use intimidation instead of actually communicating the problem. Because if I'm talking to you like this, but I'm talking to you about a problem that we're having or I'm having that you're doing, and you decide that you want to get loud, you want to be like, I don't understand why you so fucking mad, and it's like, whoa.
Let me ask you this question: did men get softer or did women get harder?
I don't think men. Disclaimer. This is my opinion. Okay. I don't think men got softer, and I don't believe that women got harder. I just think that moving forward into like our future, our present, and how society is now, I feel like when they started that, like, men's mental health and everything like that. Some people, like some men took that and grasped it. Like, I have a right to express how I'm feeling. I have a right to communicate, with my significant other or other people and set boundaries up for myself. So I no longer have to feel the way I feel or go through the shit that I've been through. Right. And then I feel like women are no longer in that setting where they want to, or where they're letting men like manipulate them, or they're letting men get away with basic shit anymore, or whatever case may be. It's just like, you have to come at me correctly. Like, you have to come with more than what you're given. And then when you're not given that, it is what it is. And more men are expressing like, well, I want to be taken on dates or whatever the case may be. I want to be done this, because that society thing where a man has to be strong, he has to not cry, he has to cover his emotions, he has to take care of his household, he has to be the breadwinner. That puts a lot of stress on a man. Right. And other people will be like, oh, well, he's a man, he's supposed to take care of it, and I want my man to do this because my dad did that, and but your dad wasn't present in your household. Correct. Your dad was never in a fucking household because he was always working. He was always paying the bills. You had all the fire shit, but tell me give me 5 times when your dad was right there front and center at a game, a practice, a recital, or was just there when you needed somebody to talk to and cry to. Tell me when he was there for that. And then if you can give me 5 of those things that you can run off the top of your head and still say he provided for the household and paid all the bills and treated your mom like this, you got me.
Right. I think it's funny. You said, women specifically ask for men to open up more. And then when men open up more, I don't know I shouldn't say it backfired, but they feel as though those men are soft now. Yeah. But they also, those same women have sons, and they want their sons to be able to open up to them. But when a man does it, it's not the same as if their kid do it. But when their kid grows up, their kid's going to want to open up to a woman, and there's going to be a woman that's going to judge it. They're going to be mad at that woman because they might come across a woman that might judge their son because they feel like their son is soft. So it feel like we fixed, I shouldn't say fix one problem. We've acknowledged that there's one problem where men need to open up more, but then now it's like it's getting shot down to a certain point because some women feel as though that these men they call them sassy. Don't get me wrong. There is some out here where you be like, bro.
I think they're getting it mixed up. What's a sassy nigga and a nigga expressing itself?
Yeah, because some men. Bro, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put your boots on.
A sassy nigga is a nigga that inserts himself in female conversation.
Yeah, that had nothing to.
Like, you shouldn't be. If I ever saw my man online arguing with a female,
that's crazy.
Whoa,
crazy.
That should have never been a fucking thing. Or outside arguing with a female, that shit should be like, go ahead somewhere, sis. Like, what the fuck what am I arguing with you about?
It's a lot of overly emotional men out here, and that's part of the problem. They're getting mixed in with the motherfuckers trying to express themselves because when you're overly emotional like that, they don't know how to express themselves. That's why they're overly emotional. But that also goes back to is with a lot of single moms out here raising a lot of emotional men. And then those emotional
that's because
emotional boys
and then you
turn
got
into men.
Then you got them boy moms. The boy moms that are extreme, the ones that like, oh, well, I got to make sure my son know that, he ain't falling for none of y'all manipulative ass daughters and that he always got his mom. Like, do you want him to be your son or do you want him to be your man? You need to differentiate those two things in that household. Now, some things you can't determine if you ever going to be a single mother or not. In all honesty, I feel like when people have kids, you should already put in your mindset, whether you're a man or a woman, that you may have to raise this kid alone. Right. And that's not to say that they're going to leave you, but anything can fucking happen. That motherfucker can go outside and get hit by a bus. You got to raise that kid by yourself. So what I'm saying is, if you're a woman and you are raising a son, especially a black son. Matter of fact, I'm gonna scratch that because of the recent news with the school shooting, and it was a little white boy, and most of the school shootings are white boys. If you are a mom to a son and you want him to express his feelings, that's perfectly fine. But we're not coddling him either. We're letting him express himself, but know there are consequences to his actions. To know that he can express himself, but he needs to do it in a fruitful way, in a communicative way, in a way that benefits both him and the person that he needs to communicate these problems with. But y'all be out here coddling your sons and they be kings and they can do this, and y'all be thinking that when they bad and when they smart and they putting up their middle finger and they hanging out with a bunch of drug dealers and weird ass niggas, y'all think that shit is cute, and it's not. Right. Because they're gonna grow up and think that shit is okay. And now your son is 14, 6'5", overtowering you, 13-inch fucking feet, and you wondering why he don't listen to you. He's bigger than you, bitch. He don't respect you. Yeah. So like y'all gotta get that through your fucking head. You a boy mom, sure, that's perfectly fine. I'm a girl mom, but she ain't gonna fucking walk over me. Right. Yeah, y'all better start getting that shit together.
Y'all gotta watch, like she said, y'all gotta watch how y'all raise your sons, because y'all raising the sons to be the man that you don't want to be with.
Yeah.
y'all raising with everything you said you don't want in a man or don't want a man to be is exactly how you raise your son. So just be careful how you raise them, because you might not realize it, but you are. Yeah. And then it just, like I said, sometimes and when it comes to like, I notice hopefully it's a lot more dads present in their kids' lives. I mean, I feel like that's a cycle. I see a lot more. Well, I mean, there have been studies that say dads are more available and
seems like it. I see in their kids' lives more now than they were before.
Yeah, at least trying to be anyway, because you never know. I'll finish it with this. We'll finish it with a positive thought. Because we do these podcasts. We're a self-improvement podcast, but every once in a while we throw some toxicity and all that out of there. But we'll end it with a positive thought. How would I end this? It's been a hectic year. Let's put it that way. It's been a hectic year from the time we started till now. But at the end of the day, things are gonna get better. One thing about black people, specifically black people, nothing against the white people or anything, we done been through it all. And somehow we always come out on the other side. We always come out smiling. I don't know how we do it. People always hate us for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like, as much shit as black people been through, for us, we still always show love to the people that hate us the most. We still always smile. We still always make a way. And even when there's like this hectic time right now, we're still going to make a way. We're still going to keep moving. We never give up. And that's just how it is. And that's how people got to live their life in general. You got to just keep going, keep moving. Don't give up. If you blessed to wake up another day, you blessed to have another opportunity to make it right. As long as you keep waking up on the right side of the ground, that's all that matters. As long as you wake up 6 feet above ground and not 6 feet below ground, you're going to be all right, man. But it's tough. It's tough for everybody out here. It just in general, the economy's crazy. The world's crazy. Everything's just crazy. Every time, I don't watch the news, but
go out and fucking vote.
Yeah, make sure y'all go vote.
For y'all, matter of fact, I'm gonna use this snippet because he wanted on a positive note, but I want to talk to you dumb motherfuckers, because I'm gonna call y'all that. To the black people, I'm specifically talking to y'all because white people got their own fucking agenda, but to the black people that are voting for Trump, that don't understand basic civics, social studies, government history, whatever the fucking case may be, I really need y'all to Google how the government works. I really need y'all to understand that Trump ain't do a damn thing for y'all. He did not give y'all stimulus checks. He just wanted his name on it to make it seem like he was giving you a fucking check. He ain't want to give you shit. Under his presidency, the economy was not better. It was because of Obama that y'all got the shit that y'all got. Understand that he does not like us. He is not for us. He don't know what the fuck he doing. He's senile just as well as fucking Joe Biden was senile a little bit. He's not qualified for the fucking job. Please do your research, even if y'all don't want to vote for fucking Kamala, whatever.
Listen,
but don't go out there and vote for him or a third party candidate if y'all don't know what the fuck their issues are either, because y'all sound stupid. It's a lot of these interviews and y'all sound really stupid, and this is the reason why motherfuckers look at us and think we retarded, because y'all sound stupid.
Yeah. I'll say this much. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway. That's neither here nor there. Whatever. You want to do whatever you want. Start focusing more on what's happening locally instead of worrying about what's happening nationally, because a lot of the time shit that happen nationally, they got to go through a bunch of people, blah, blah, blah. Worry about what's going on in your own local police.
That part.
Y'all complain about, I'll give one thing to this mayor. Y'all might not like her. She came in and she trying to do some shit. And everything she does, y'all just bash her.
Well, I don't want that. I don't think that stadium should be downtown. I will bash that. I think that's dumb. I think they should go somewhere else. I feel as though y'all just built this fucking mall back up, and then y'all gonna try to stop. Y'all gonna start to do construction on a fucking stadium in the middle of Center City. No, I feel like that's stupid.
Listen,
I feel like it's stupid. I feel like y'all should put that shit in the airport or something. It's too much land around that y'all just not building.
You can't put nothing near the airport.
They're building something right now near the airport.
Not near the airport. You talking about across the bridge? I know what you're talking about.
That's near the airport.
They're building a whole neighborhood over there.
Exactly, that's near the airport.
That's building a whole neighborhood.
So they can't build a stadium?
They don't want to put it there.
Exactly, but they want to put it in the congested Center City. Yeah, okay.
Hey.
But yeah, like he said, focus on your local elections, your governors, senators, House of Representatives, what is it? What else is they called? City council members.
Go figure this shit out. Y'all Google every fucking thing. Y'all can tell me 100 conspiracy theories. Go Google something that's important. Just go to Google something important. Like we always say, man, common sense ain't always common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. As we ended on that note. And on that note, it's the Bo Vince.
And I'm Ash.
Make it make sense.
I'll let y'all.
Make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it, make it, make it, make it make sense. Come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make